Alright, so now let's have a look at how to draw these teeth coming out of the mouth. I'm going to actually work on this mouth just a little bit longer. I have the top curve selected and I can move it up so that the jawline is going to open like this all the way into the back, so we can have a nice look to the inside and we'll see the jawline going up here. Basically, we'll want to draw some teeth coming out from the top and also from the bottom. Let's do the ones at the bottom first. What I'm going to do is actually draw another object. Instead of pulling the teeth directly out of this lips, if you want, or this jawline, I'm going to draw another object going along it. For instance, I'm going to draw it here. This is a line object, by the way. So you see that here, create line, and I'm going to draw it from about here to the back. So here in this view, that's the left view. Now in this view it looks kind of okay, but in this view on the left side here, the front view, it's totally missed. It's in the middle. It's not drawn it along the jawline because it basically takes the middle plane right in there when I draw in this side, in this view. But we can correct that. I can also, by the way, change the size still. The line object allows me to set the size on each end, but I still want to select the middle one here. So make sure that we have the curve selected here in the middle. You can test that, you can edit and see that the curve reacts to that. Undo, Control Z. And what I want to do now is redraw that curve as seen in this plane. So there's a great tool for that. This is the one, the second one here on the redraw curves. Instead of adding curve, it's the redraw curve tool. And you wouldn't see the cursor with R if you were not ready to do that. So you want to make sure that you have the curve selected and then you can redraw it. Like for instance, if you want to redraw the size of this one, the thickness, you can select this and then just make it a tiny little one, or you can make it a bigger one. Okay, but in this case we'll select the curve that's in the middle going along and we'll redraw it from this view, which will make it go from here to the back this time. You can do that also from the top view that you see here, because we got an ugly little line here, so we're going to draw it from here to the back. Now we've done it right here. We've done it kind of right over here. We can do better though. Let's draw it one more time. And it looks pretty good here, but we can further improve that as well. Alright, so the idea is that with this you can redraw the curve in any of these planes, and then at this point you're pretty much ready to pull those teeth. How do we do that? Well, we are not going to keep it in this form where it's defined by the curves. We are going to convert it to a mesh. Model, convert to mesh. Remember the shortcut K. And with that, we can go to the widget move tool and move individual vertices. Rather than moving the points that make the line object, those construction curves are gone now since we converted it to mesh. We can go and set the shape to very narrow, very tight, reduce the scale so it doesn't influence or pull teeth all over, just one at a time, and we can go and pull those out. And we can go and pull one out this way, a few more this way, and so on. So that's basically the trick here. Now I did make this gum line a little bit big just for illustration purposes, so you see what the idea is. But obviously you could make that a little bit different. You can also have teeth going to the inside, a few to the outside. And if you ever have something that you don't like too much, just use Control Z to undo that and redo a different one. So this jaw we can now duplicate to the other side if you want that to be totally symmetric. This currently selected object, we can go and make a symmetrical clone like this, and we have the jawline on the other side. Maybe you'd like to merge the two together, make sure you just group them. Actually, it's not necessary. It's not two different parts. It's a single part which has the property enabled called symmetrical clone. You can undo that. So it's a toggle, and there's a shortcut L for that as well. Hit L and it will toggle it on or off. So that's how you can draw those teeth, and you can just do the same thing on the top side, simply using the line tool and draw that line again like this, then the line redraw tool and draw it in this view, and so on. Now you got to be careful and make sure that you have that curve selected so it doesn't select the other parts, and there you go. And now at this point you can go and convert that, kill the mesh, and convert and pull the teeth out of it just with the widget move tool, and there you go. You see this one is a little bit off, but I'm going fast because I have a 5-minute limit to that particular recording. And there you go.